Ugh. Let's talk about it, fellas. How to get out of survival mode as a man or in general. Fellas, gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Now, throughout my life, as I've been candid with you gentlemen throughout these videos that I've been producing, I've been in I've been down bad before. I've been in survival mode numerous times, in fact, countless times, right? And I've been led to do some things that I'm not so proud of, and I've made my amends, and I've grown as a man, as we all do. That being said, when you're in survival mode, you're in such a low frequency, in such a low primitive frame of thought. In fact, you are of the most primitive, being that you're operating from your root chakra. You are operating from a place of stability or lack thereof. And when you're in a place of looking and searching for stability, whether you are in survival mode via your finances, via emotionally, you're in a pit, mentally, when you're in survival mode, you're not in your highest frequency, which is creation. You as a man, you're brought here to serve, like I always say, and create. And I've been in situations to where I've had some dark thoughts, like, yo, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go rob that nigga. Dead ass. Like, I've been in places where I've just, it's been tough. You feel me? Like, this is YouTube, so I can't say too much. But when you're in survival mode, you're not in a flow state. When you're in survival mode, you're unable to, you're not working on yourself mentally. You're not working on anything that I talk about on this channel. You're not worried about increasing your skill set or, learning a new language or working on your style, working on how you present yourself. You're not worried about none of that shit. You're worried about where my next meal is coming from. Can I pay this rent? What am I gonna do? I've gotta do this, I've gotta get that. You're blinded and you're stuck in a perpetual cycle that the average populace is held underneath, if that makes sense. Now, what do I mean? Survival mode. If you are a man right now, and I've been a grown man before that was super broke, like I told you guys, I've worked as everything. I've been a janitor. I have been a server at a seafood crab shack job. I've worked at numerous supermarkets, gas stations, you name it, right? I've driven for Uber. And I remember I used to get so disrespected. People come in the car saying wild shit, people talking crazy. And that shit hit my ego. That shit hit me hard. Because I knew I was a big dog. I knew I was destined for more. But to put it frank, if you're working a job like Uber or at a gas station, a job that doesn't require a lot of prowess, you are essentially an unskilled laborer, an unskilled worker, also known as a peon, and quite literally a peasant. And there's been times where I've had to have profound, candid conversations with myself, look myself in the mirror as a grown man, and say, you know what, Dud? You're a bum. You are a peon right now. Now what the fuck we gonna do about this? You see, this journey is arduous, but the fruits are plenty. If you can endure, uh-oh, this is where a lot of men fall off, gentlemen. If you are in survival mode right now, it is a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself. Maybe you're in an environment. Maybe you're from a family that is of a lower socioeconomic background or lower class. Maybe you're from a family that's from a third world country like mine is, right? And so you're accustomed to being in a certain status or class, right? To get out of survival mode, you first have to acknowledge that you're in it. Once I had that conversation with myself, I was like, yo, I'm a bum. What the fuck we gonna do, Dud? I said, nah, we can't do this anymore. I can't live like this. Fuck that. You can't provide for yourself. You can't provide for potential women that want to be in your life. I couldn't do things for my mom, do things for my loved ones. You know how much that shit ate at me that I couldn't help my mom get her fucking medicine? Do you know how good it feels now that I could just send my mom bread? Whatever the fuck she wants, she gets? That shit ate at me. So how do you get out of survival mode? First step, acknowledge that you're in it. Once you acknowledge that you're in it, once you have that awareness, gentlemen, we should always be seeking awareness. Once you become aware, you snap out of it. Oh shit, I'm 38, I'm a bum. I'm 25, I'm a bum. Now you can start to think, okay, what do I do? Here's the thing. Every single one of you watching this video right now has already overcame something that somebody else is dealing with. So to get out of survival mode, awareness, and now you have to increase your prowess, increase your skill set, and become more valuable as a man to the marketplace. Because if a man is not producing, what, gentlemen? He is not a man. So whatever skill set you have, which, by the way, I think many people are ignorant to the fact of the grand opportunity that we have these days with this social media and what you can do. You can literally get on here, speak your story, and help people overcome things that you've overcame. That being said, you can start to work on your skill set, whatever it is that fancies you, whatever you fancy, right? While you're working this job, right? Now, you start to post on social media. You guys are already on social media. You might as well get paid from it, right? Boom. Whatever skill set that you have, whether it's copywriting, whatever, graphic design, which I know is kind of becoming rather obsolete, being the AI is kind of doing that now. But I'm just giving you guys examples. Start working on whatever you feel drawn to and called to. For me, before I became a life coach, I just was always drawn to helping people, right? I would be exercising my skill set while driving Uber. I'd be in Uber driving people. People would be in the back seat crying because of the conversation that we're having. I got grown people, grown men and women crying based off of conversation and advice that I'm giving them. That's how I knew like that was my calling. Like I was built to help people, to serve people, to guide people, right? For you, it may be something different. Once you become aware, you can start to lean into what draws you, and you're going to find that calling while you're working your job, right? Business ain't for everybody, but what I'm saying is we're trying to get you out of survival mode, right? So once you become aware and you start leaning towards whatever you feel drawn to, and you start helping people, right? Overcome things that you've overcame. As I said before, a man oftentimes finds his purpose in his pain, and you can't run away from that shit. You got to face it. So for me, I couldn't speak. I told you guys, I struggled articulating and orating, right? So what do I do now? I'm a speaker for a living, right? I coach my guys as well on how to increase their articulation skills. Now, you start to help people. Now, right, you're about to reach a flow state because you're helping people. And if you're good, as you get better, as you're exercising your prowess, your clients or the people that you're servicing start to get results. Now, holy shit, you're like, wow, my work matters. I am actually helping people. I can actually do this. Now you start to view yourself as higher status, as a better version of yourself. So now, what does that breed, fellas? It breeds confidence, right? Because now you're becoming more competent. And so now you start to take care of yourself more now, physically, mentally, boom, right? Because now you're flowing. Now you're starting to get that fulfillment because you're servicing and your work matters. A lot of us guys, we find ourselves in things that don't serve us, right? In situations that don't serve us because we're not fulfilled. And we're not fulfilled because we're not seeing any fruits of our labor. As men, we always have to be climbing, always have to be digging. You can never be comfortable. Now, you started to do all of this, right? You started to serve clients with whatever it is that you do, whether you're posting on social media, whether you're doing it in person, whatever. You now have something that's yours and you have a purpose now, right? You now have a purpose and now you're flowing and now you're helping guys. Okay, so now what? Let's say that you finally get everything that you want to, right? Oh shit, I'm actually successful now. I'm actually doing something good for myself. I'm out of survival mode. Even if you're rich, you can still be in survival mode. What do I mean? What do you mean, Doug? Here's the thing, fellas. If you do not take care of your mind, of this up top, if you do not work on your self-image and how you view yourself, because your reality right now, like I oftentimes say, if you're unhappy, if you're broke, if you're sexless, if you have no friends, whatever, if you're insecure, you're timid, if you're shy, you lack confidence, it is a direct physical manifestation of how you see and view yourself. And I had to swallow that pill. I had to take a look at myself and say, yo, I'm in survival mode because I don't believe I'm worthy on a deep level. I don't. And once you are able to acknowledge that, you can begin to start doing the work on your mind, reprogramming your mind to become the dawn, the boss. You see, for me, when I was driving Uber, when I was doing these jobs, I always knew I had a bigger calling. A part of me knew I was a big dog. I had that fire in my chest to be more. But I also had a side that was telling me that I couldn't do it. That side was my subconscious mind, the old me, the old paradigm that was built from me growing up in a poor Haitian family. And sometimes that poor mindset would win. Actually, oftentimes it'd win. So how do you overcome yourself? Perhaps I'll make another video of that. But to put it short, you gotta delude yourself. Simple. I made a video a couple of months ago saying the secret ingredient to everything a man wants in life is delusion. You should go check that out after this one. The truth is, if you're around a family or environment that's reaffirming why you're in survival mode, why you're broke, why you can't do this, why you can't whatever, you have to ignore and reject your reality and instill the thoughts in your mind that you want to believe as true. Fuck what the world is saying. You have to believe is true. Some of you guys right now, you want to get on social media and start your personal brand, but you're worried about what people will say about you. Fuck what they got to say about you. I promise you, people don't care about you like you think they do. People are in their own world, struggling with their own battles, doing their own things. People do not give a fuck about us like you think they do. What did Michael Jackson say? All I want to think is that they don't give a fuck about us. Hey, they don't. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's saying a little bit more elegantly or eloquently, if you will. But nah, like, bro, I promise you, people don't give a fuck about you. So do what you got to do. Elevate your life, aggrandize yourself, and become the man that you say that you want to be. But even when you become successful, make sure that you maintain your mind. Because if you don't, you'll fall right back down, fellas. I've been there before. I've been up, and then I've been down, right? But the good news is once you're up, even if you do fall back down, because you've attained this skill set and this prowess, and more than likely a higher level network, it won't be hard to climb back up. But still, you don't want to fall down. So you always have to be incrementally growing and getting better. You can never be taking your foot off the gas pedal. Because oftentimes what happens when the guys get success is they become this man and then now they're like, fuck. Shit. High-rise penthouse. Beautiful girlfriend. Money in my pocket. Damn. I got everything I want. But why am I sad? Yeah. Why am I sad? You're sad because you still haven't done the visceral work on yourself. And that visceral work is you going back to that little boy that you were. The one that was timid, shy, didn't want to be seen. The one that was told that he couldn't do it. You see, you thought that you could hide behind the money. You thought you could hide behind the pussy. You thought you could hide behind the material things. All to find out that that shit doesn't make a man. You see, no man is free who is not a master of himself. So you got to go back, brother, way back, and do the visceral work on yourself and tell that little boy that it's okay and free yourself so that you can move into a flow state. So that when you finally get success, so that you can be free. That's the formula. This is how you get out of survival mode. Awareness, action, service, maintaining your momentum, keeping your foot down, full gas on your mind, maintaining control of your mind. Because here's the truth. Everybody's fighting for your attention and for your mind, for just a little bit of space in your mind. And if you don't take control of your mind, you'll be a prisoner in your own mind. So take back control of your fucking mind. And you will find yourself living as a free man. This is how you get out of survival mode. This is how you stay out of survival mode. Put down the frivolous things and the trivialities of life and take control of your mind and view yourself as the man deep down you know you are.